We the Drowned is about sailors from a small seaport on an island in the Baltic in Scandinavia, and we follow them over 4 generations, and we follow them while they sail the 7 seas of this planet. So it's very much about people who get to know the world, the big wide world, through sailing. Somebody called it a novel of generations, but it's really a novel of broken generations, because a lot of the fathers never come home. They die at sea, they drown, or they come home with so long intervals that their sons don't really feel their fathers. So somehow it's about broken families. Well, you can see it already in the title, we. It's a collective we telling the story. It's not a distant writer. It is the community itself, which acts almost like a Greek choir in the ancient Greek theater, where there was always these commentators on the stage. And then the main characters would step forward and tell the tale. And there's this we always commenting. So that's what somehow separates this novel from most other novels. To me, it means a lot to meet my Croatian readers, because, you know, as a writer, if you're lucky, you are translated into other languages, but often you never meet your readers. You don't know how did they receive the book, how did they read it, what did they think. And a literature festival gives you occasion also to meet other writers from other countries, but most of all to meet local readers and communicate with them. I was in a bookshop this morning and I met some readers, and that was a really good experience.
So my novel, Le Perfezioni, is the story of a couple that comes from a country in Southern Europe. You don't know which one. It could be Italy, it could be Portugal, it could be Croatia, that moves to Berlin. And it's a story of how our digital life impacts our physical one, how what we see all the time while peeing, while waiting for coffee, before going to sleep, this flow of images, how it impacts our mindset and our idea of who we are. The characters in my book are quite frustrated, but they don't know why. They try to find a name for these feelings that living in both the digital and the real world inspires in you. You feel that there's this disconnection between the image of things and the way things actually are. I think that we are living through a big transformation, which is a little bit like the transformation that Perec in the 60s was writing about, which was the beginning of consumerism. Like, we are at the border, in the gray area between 2 different ways of being in the world. And for many people, it's very confusing. And I think that our fascination with categories, the way that we talk about boomers and millennials and Gen Zs, is just because we need to find a way to understand what our position is with respect to the old world and the new at the same time.
Moram reći, knjiga je puno i različite su tematike. Na primjer, od pada komunizma 3 knjige, o ratu 3 knjige, romani o različitim povijesnim ličnostima žena. Ovo sada što predstavljamo večeras je knjiga O čemu ne govorimo, to je knjiga priča, poput one Nevidljive žene. I tematika, evo, sad sam vam ilustrirala koliko je zapravo različite su tematike i ne bih mogla svesti na jedan zajednički nazivnik. Naravno, svaki pisac, svaka pisateljica želi da joj se publika identificira sa likovima i sa pričama i njihovim problemima. Mislim da je knjiga vrlo emocionalna i da tu neće biti nikakvih problema, jer već imam reakcije da se vrlo emocionalno lako povežu sa ličnostima iz priča. Ima ih 16 komada i vrlo su različite ličnosti, različiti glasovi, neke su i autobiografske.
Atmosfera je vrlo dobra, vrlo je profesionalno sve obavljeno i jako su zanimljivi razgovori. Do sada, pa dobro me iznenadila Monika Helfer. Još nikad nisam ništa od nje pročitala, ali sigurno hoću sada.
Ich spreche über meine 3 Bücher, über die Familie, eine Trilogie. Das erste heißt Die Bagage, das zweite Fati, das dritte Löwenherz. Das erste Buch ist über meine Großeltern, meinen Großvater, der in den Ersten Weltkrieg gezogen ist und seine schöne Frau zurückgelassen hat und Angst hatte, dass sie ihn betrügt. Dann hat er den Bürgermeister gefragt, ob er auf sie aufpasst. Ist ein Kuckuckskind geboren worden, das ist meine Mutter. Und die ist dann traurigerweise auch irgendwie nie glücklich geworden in ihrem Leben, ist früh gestorben. Und warum ich über die Familie schreibe, weil sie mir so nahe ist, weil jeder eine Familie hat, weil es einfach immer aktuell sein wird. Es gibt keine Mode bei der Familie, es wird immer ansprechend sein und wichtig sein, auch zu lesen.